All right, I have 5:31, so we'll go ahead and get started. We do have quorum. So we'll call the meeting to order. This is a meeting of the Halifax Finance Committee. It is being recorded and will be posted to the Area 58 Community Access Channel. Any agenda item may be taken out of order for time management considerations. Committee members in attendance are Cheryl Burke, Frank Johnston, Mike Rignetta, and myself. Absent at this point are E.J. Bryan, Rod Hemingway, and Mike Bennett. So we do have quorum with 4 out of the 7 present. So we will go ahead and get started. First order of business, we have minutes that went out yesterday. Has everybody had an opportunity to look at those?
Yes.
So we'll do them one at a time. So the minutes for October 6th of 2025. Does anybody have any adds, changes, or deletions?
Nope.
May I get a motion to approve those minutes?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none. Minutes are approved, 4-0. Next set of minutes is October 20th of 2025. Are there any adds, changes, or deletions from those minutes as written?
Nope. None for me.
Very good. May I get a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Being none, minutes are approved. So that will close out that agenda item for this meeting. The next item we have is Halifax fiscal policies. I asked Robert to come to the meeting tonight to kind of chat about that and discuss either A, what we have, or B, what we need to put in place to kind of manage our budgets and our departments financially for the foreseeable fiscal year and moving into probably next year. Now, Robert, I also know that you're not on the call anymore.
We lost him.
He's back.
He's coming back.
There he is. So Robert, I appreciate, I mean, you've done this role before. You have experience setting these policies up and reviewing ones that are currently in place, making improvements or changes if they need to be done. And, you know, I'm from my perspective, I'm kind of looking at you or leaning on you for your experience here as to what we need to do or what we haven't done and what can be done to improve our current situation.
Okay. So I got bumped off, so I missed the beginning of that. So you're talking about the financial policies
Yes.
from 2017?
For the town, just in general. What do we have?
Okay.
What don't we have? And what do we need to do about what we don't have?
Okay, so do you know what we have?
Well, that's what I'm asking you for.
Okay, I'll have to look for that.
Certainly.
Let's see. Nobody guided me on that at all, so we'll see. I'll do a little research.
Okay.
And then look at the policies and see where I think they need to be, you know, fixed up a little bit on
All right. Okay. So, I mean, I guess any kind of feedback or thoughts on what you've seen so far?
In the policies?
Yeah.
No, I really didn't have time to look at those today. I didn't even know, you know, we had them, to be honest. It's, again, you know, not having a predecessor at your disposal when you're starting out, interim, you know, I didn't really think we'd be getting into this part. Initially, it was only going to be 2 months or so,
Right.
2 to 3 months.
Right.
But well, I'll look into that and see where we are for the next meeting.
Okay. So then we can push this specific subject line to the 18th, which would be the next meeting that we have, if that's what you'd like to do. I'm certainly fine with that.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm asking for that because and I would hope you would agree that, you know, it's important for us to have something to look at and for our departments to use, you know, going into, especially toward the end of the year.
Yeah,
Right.
of course. Yeah.
So I'll mark that down for the 18th. And we'll have you back on that point in time. So I certainly do appreciate any input and feedback that you have or what you find out regarding that.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, thank you, sir. Also, and Lindsay, I don't really personally have any real questions on the budget or the status report at this point. I haven't really had a chance to kind of grind through it, so, we'll save that for the next meeting. If there's any questions about that. So, just as an aside, anything stand out to you? Any outliers on the report itself?
No, not really. It's just the same as what we previously discussed, really just like the budgetary beginning balances and the allocations and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then that was really it. Everything's looking pretty decent, like where it should be.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much for that.
You're welcome.
I don't have any carryover questions from our last call, so we should be okay there. All right, well, with that said, so Robert, you're going to come back on the 18th, and Lindsay will chat more about the status report on that date also. We'll close out the fiscal policies agenda item and move on to budget and liaison updates. So Mike, I know that you're working with, you've already talked to the library,
I did, yes.
right?
Yep.
So you're all set?
Yeah, we met last Friday. Had a good meeting. He's, getting himself acclimated into the role. Working hard on the financials. He's excited about his budget. He's, obviously worried about keeping his accreditation up and getting the budget
Right.
to balance and still keep his accreditation. So I think he feels pretty good about where he's at. So we'll keep working with him.
Very good.
Hi, Rod.
Rodney has joined us for those who, his train is, I guess they fixed his train.
They did.
Well done.
His train came in.
It's at the station.
Train's at the station. That's excellent. So Robert, any budgets come in to your office from any of the departments or nothing early, right?
You have
We
one
already had the one from the recycling.
Okay.
recycling center, yeah.
Okay.
No, everybody's working on them, from what I understand.
All right.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Evening, Robert. Thanks for making a meeting with us. Robert, when we work on these budgets with the department heads, you're planning on being in the meetings as well, is that correct?
That's correct.
You and Lindsay? Yeah. Kind of like we did last year. Lindsay, you sat in on some of the, especially the bigger ones?
I did all of them.
Yeah, okay. So we're gonna kind of still follow that same format, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect, perfect.
So Robert, for your edification, last year, Cody set up the meetings and invited the appropriate finance committee member to come to the meeting and sit with him, the department head, and Lindsay to review the budget that was being proposed.
Okay, yep.
Okay, perfect, great.
All right. Okay, so I think that's all we have for the budget and liaison updates at this point. So we'll close out that agenda item and move on to correspondence and as may arise. So I'm going to kind of flip that a little bit. We'll do as may arise. So I think everybody on the committee got the email from John Seelig regarding the override study committee.
Yeah.
So I'm opening that up to the committee itself. Who would like to kind of jump on that and get their feet wet in talking to the other departments and the one, at least the one at large member? Rod?
I think that is a no.
Is that a train whistle?
Train's leaving the station.
I would have to take that into consideration. I can't.
Okay.
At this time.
All right.
Okay.
I wouldn't.
Probably easier to just appoint somebody who's not there.
That's been known to happen before.
That's happened before, so.
Mike?
I mean, I would be interested. I just need to make sure my schedule permits it. I don't want
Okay,
to
because it's
commit
going to be,
and then-
I'm going to say it's I would believe it's gonna be a fairly rigorous meeting schedule.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because not only do you have to meet as a committee, you'll probably be having like public sessions, talking to other departments, other towns. I'm sure it's gonna be quite the process to kind of dig through that. Don't jump, Cheryl.
Yeah, no, it sounds interesting. I just, I'll talk with,
Doesn't have a job or.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an important project.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's a really, that's why I didn't just jump on the opportunity. If I thought it was gonna be not a big deal, I would say, yes, I'll do it in a second, but I don't
It's
wanna,
gotta be.
yeah, I don't wanna do it if I can't commit to do it and do it right. I'm excited about the project itself. It's really good.
When does Jonathan need to have the information back by?
I didn't
Do you
see it.
know?
I don't know. I didn't see a date on either the email itself or the charge.
Robert, do you know when Selectman Seelig wants to have the committee put together by? On the 2.5 override subcommittee? Oh, Jonathan's dialing in right now. Perfect.
Oh, good, okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Seelig.
His ears must have been ringing.
Are we talking about the most handsome guys in Halifax? Is that the deal?
Well, your name was mentioned when we were talking about that, but
All right, great. No, I apologize, guys. I just
Charlie was the funniest.
So I literally just logged on. What's going on?
well, we were discussing your email to the finance committee about the override study committee.
Excellent. Perfect timing. Yeah, I
Yeah.
would love to have a member on the committee if you guys are ready to choose a member for the committee.
When do you need to know by?
I would like to get things rolling as soon as possible.
Right.
I don't know if you guys want to chew on it. Do you guys meet next week, or are you still every other week?
Right now, we're every other week.
So the 18th would be our next meeting, Jonathan.
Okay. We have our meeting tomorrow, so if you did vote it tonight, we could, well, I guess it's not on our agenda, Bob, so I guess we couldn't do it tomorrow night. So, yeah, if you guys want to circle back into the 18th,
Okay.
and then maybe we can look to add it to our meeting on the 19th.
Jonathan, do you have time maybe tomorrow to chat briefly about what it might entail?
Or
Absolutely.
can you chat now?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just lay it
Why
out
don't you just go
now.
ahead and walk us through it, Mr. Chairman
Yeah,
Seelig.
I did email you guys the charge, right?
Yes.
I don't have it here in front of me, I'm in the truck.
Yep, no, we got it.
But the charge that I sent you folks kind of outlines the duties and responsibilities of what it is. Essentially, we know, I mean, you guys know better than anybody, where the finances are a little tough right now in communities throughout the Commonwealth. So this override study committee would essentially be to try to gather information, to overturn rocks, to see what other communities are doing as far as revenue generation, everything we can try to come up with so that if and when the time ever came that we are looking at an override, we would have some information for folks ready to go. So essentially not starting later in the game, you know, that we've already kind of kicked the tires on some ideas, on some brainstorming, so that if and when we do get to that point, we're kind of ready to roll.
Okay.
Jonathan, Frank Johnston here.
Yeah, hey Frank.
Hi, Jonathan. I was just looking at your selection here. You only have one member at large. Is there a reason for only one, or?
No, I mean, you know as well as I, Frank, you like to try to have odd number committees. You know,
Yes.
so if there's ever any sort of voting going on, you don't want to end in a stalemate. So that was essentially why we were going with 5 members. One from Selectmen, one from each of the school committees, one from FinCom, and then a member at large to kind of round it out at 5.
So if you
Yeah, I was thinking that
add 2
member at large, it would be nice to have a couple more, Jonathan, because the community would have
bigger say.
a better say in it, you know, feel more wrapped into what's going on out there.
Sure, no, I'm not, it is part of the charge. I mean, I could look to bring that to our committee, our Board of Selectmen, to expand it to include, I don't know, say 3 members at large.
Yeah.
To round it up to 7, we could probably do something like that.
Yeah, and I think that that would be good for the community to be drawn into it, more of the community, maybe a little more diversified a part of the community as well, you know.
Sure, yeah, no, I'm not tied to 5. You know, if you guys think that 7 would be a better number, we could look at expanding it up to 7.
Yeah, that's just my opinion. I'm not speaking for the finance committee.
Chairman Seelig, this is,
Go ahead.
sorry, Jonathan, this is Rod Hemingway. I think that's a worthwhile thing to consider. I think we also need to consider that the members of the charge are already members of the community, even though we are in a position on various committees. So I think that should be taken into account. And whether or not we can fill 3 positions as well, I think that's something we should consider. I don't know if you guys
Sure.
think that would be an issue, filling those 3 at-large positions or not. So it's just something to contemplate.
I will say, Rod, we did have a group of folks come to was that our last selectman meeting?
Yeah.
Yes.
They were anxious to get answers about a possible override. So
Yeah.
there were, oh gosh, probably maybe close to a dozen people there that were very, very interested in knowing, you know, what the status was, what's going on with it. So I do think we could probably find 3 citizens at large. But then again, too, I don't want to hold it up too much because I do want to kind of get the ball rolling.
Right.
But we could, I know it's on our agenda for the Board of Selectmen for tomorrow night to accept talent bank forms. Maybe we could do it like this, maybe we offer it out, and Bob, correct me if this is not a good way to do it. We offer out that we're accepting talent bank forms. If we get a great number of applicants, then maybe we can circle back to adding to 3 instead of 1. But if we're grasping at straws and folks, I don't see it happening, but if folks are not putting their talent bank forms in, then maybe we keep it at the 1. So we have a little bit of flexibility.
Yeah, I think that's a good process to use. And that way we could talk about it tomorrow at the meeting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why don't we roll with that?
That sounds good.
Yeah.
That sounds good to me.
Makes sense.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks.
I think that's a smart play.
Yeah, no problem, guys. How's everything else? Everybody else recovered from Halloween and all ready to, it's a lovely, nice, bright, sunny day here at 5:30 in the afternoon. You know?
When you can make the sun
It is kind
So
of.
yeah, no, I just wanted to hop on and I'm gonna do some heavy listening now to see how we're doing here. And if you guys have any questions for me, I'll be around.
I appreciate it, sir.
Thanks, Jonathan.
No worries.
Excuse me. Okay. All right. So, Rod and Mike, let us know, you know, what you guys want to do.
I need to think. I'm just afraid I'm not as knowledgeable as you gentlemen all are. You know what I mean?
It's certainly open to you, Cheryl. So yeah, think about
Yeah,
it.
well, definitely.
If it's something you want to do. Again, I'm sure it's going to be a time commitment at some level, at least at the start, and probably more likely toward the end.
Right.
Whatever that is, you know, that's got to be something you have to kind of keep in mind when you do that. When we were all at the ATFC meeting, you know, Northeastern had 19 people on their
That's a lot.
override committee.
That was a
And,
lot.
that's a lot of people, but they also said they didn't have a single attendance problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Right. So, you know, obviously the citizens were, you know, deeply committed to figuring out.
Oh,
what was
yeah,
going
and
on.
I think that won't be a problem here, getting
I
some
don't,
at
right.
large.
I would agree. That
Yeah.
I don't think it would be a problem here either. Okay, so that's the part for the override study committee. The other piece on as may arise that I would like to mention to everybody is we got 2 resumes in for the secretary role. If we can arrange for them to come to our next meeting on the 18th and talk to the committee themselves, and then we can vote on who's going to take Katie's place at that point in time.
Are we done soliciting for that position?
I think that's closed.
It's closed?
I believe it's
Yeah.
closed, yeah.
Okay. So we got two applicants, that's good. Yeah.
So that was good.
Good.
All right. So correspondence, I haven't gotten any emails from the public to my Halifax email. Anybody else?
I haven't had anything.
I did
My
check
junk
my
mail's
junk.
clean.
I
Yeah.
did check my junk folder too. Okay, so that closes out correspondence or as may arise. That takes us down to public participation. There is unfortunately nobody here in the room. I don't see, Mr. Seelig, do you have any, would you like to comment as a member of the public?
Think you're all doing a bang-up job.
Thank you, John.
Can you quote me on that?
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. So there being no public here at the meeting, we'll close the public participation piece. That takes us to our last agenda item, which is our next meeting planning. So next meeting is the 18th. That will be on Zoom. That will also be at 5:30. So we will talk to Robert again a bit. We'll have him back on to discuss the financial policies for the town. Any questions for Lindsay on the budget status report will happen at that point in time also. And then we'll do the two interviews. We'll probably do the two interviews first before we get into the meat of the agenda. That way I want to at least value the time of the applicants and not have them hang on until like the very end.
Agreed.
Yeah, just make sure we include the override study committee as well.
Right. Very good.
Good deal.
All right. Anybody have any questions, comments, or discussion items they want to chat with the group about while we're all here?
No, it's nice to see you all in person, that's for sure. As brief as it
To
is.
the 18th.
18th is a Monday, right?
It's a Tuesday.
Is it?
Yeah. I kept saying it too. I was just questioning that.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the, next
Oh, it
week,
would be a Tuesday, so it's the 17th.
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 Yeah, because I've got the agenda
You
here.
know what? It's the Google Calendar that's throwing me off. Because it has Sunday on this end and Monday is the first day of the week.
Yeah, so it's the 17th.
17th.
Next
Yeah.
meeting planning 17th.
17th, yeah.
With all the same agenda items we just discussed.
Correct.
So
Yep.
anything we talked about for the 18th means the 17th.
That's right. That's code.
We did.
Code,
right?
yeah.
I want to know what comes to our meetings.
It's like, maybe that's what.
Well, we were at the selectmen's last meeting with all those people in there. We kind of, threw it out there that we're open for business.
Absolutely.
I'd love to have more participation. I wish people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wish they would,
Especially
too.
now, in budget
Come and
season.
talk to us,
Yeah.
ask us questions.
Yeah, I mean, some things
Give
we'll
us
answer
their
right away,
input.
some we won't. But
Yep. All right. So that is the agenda for this evening. If there being no other business in front of the committee, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Being none, this meeting is now adjourned.
Thank you.
All for attending.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.